Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Paulo Reed. Here with my co-host, Andre Jalil, and I almost said Rick Dula. Regular Joe, what's going on, family? How y'all feeling tonight?
Sorry to disappoint.
No. Shout out to Rick. Rick couldn't make it tonight. He's busy. He's busy tonight. But we're here. The Knicks beat the Jazz. Shout out to the chat. Izzy, I see you, bro. I see.
Yeah.
You.
Is he with us already?
Yeah.
I love Izzy. Like the most supportive ever.
The most. Like number one, he'd be like, yo, all right, the show's there. I'm here. Like, yo, let's do it. He'd be the first one I should jump on. But appreciate you, bro. So yeah. Knicks beat the Jazz 126-20. 120. 126-20 would have been terrible. But yeah, man. Obviously it was the first game for Josh Hart. And we got to see a lot of what he brings to the squad, you know what I'm saying, on both sides of the floor. But for the most part, a pretty good game. We led for, I think, like 90% of the game. They came back, I think it was either in the third, I believe in the third, and they took the lead, and we went back and forth, basically. But overall, good game. Of course, Jalen Brunson, just I don't know if he's out to prove a point or this is just who he is. Like if this is who Jalen Brunson is, I'm pretty damn excited about what's to come with this guy.
Definitely who he is.
This is who Jalen Brunson is, you said?
Yeah, like 38 every other game, every game type shit. Like,
yo, remember when I was saying back when we had bum ass
Alfred?
Huh?
Alfred?
Yeah, Alfred. I was like, we don't even need, like, Alfred wasn't scoring. He might get 10 points. I was like, yo, we don't even need you to score. We don't even our point guard to score that many points. And look at Jalen Brunson coming in here. It's like he takes over when the Knicks start letting that lead go. He get in there and like, all right, I'm not playing. Like, come on,
that's having your finger on the pulse of the game, like a point guard supposed to have.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. Back then, there was just too many games where Alfred would finish with like under 10. And it was kind of like, even if you could just average 12 points.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even then, like 15 would have been outrageous. But
we were losing games by 3-4 points.
Right. But what we're getting out of Jalen right now, I don't think anybody saw this happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anyone could tell you, like, yeah, he's going to be dropping 30 every other game.
Really fast, he went from overpaid to underpaid. Really fast. Really fast, he went from, I'm sorry, I don't know who you were talking to.
No. I was talking to Joe. You say you seen it. I remember you saw you posting some shit about Jalen before he got here. I'm pretty sure Joe was probably like,
what you posted, Joe?
I was basically like on the we should get Jalen bandwagon for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But
on what bandwagon?
Get Jalen.
We should get Jalen.
Oh, so you've been on that.
Yeah, like the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep. Like Izzy said, great move by the front office. I mean, and they keep making.
I don't think the front office knew they was gonna get all this shit.
Nah, they knew.
Nah. I don't think anybody saw 30 a game from Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like 38.
But you knew that he could go off for 30.
Yeah, you knew that. Yeah.
Right. The efficiency numbers told you everything you needed to know. If this guy got more responsibility and more shots and more touches, he would score more points. It only makes sense that would translate. And even look at last year, and this is a completely different player, but look at Josh Hart last year on a bad Portland team. Mm-hmm. Averaged 20 a game and shot 50% from the field.
Right.
And I think he shot 46% for his career. Yeah. I think he's 46% for his career. Like, guys that are that efficient, like, if you give them more, they're going to do something with that efficiency.
Let me tell you something. Right now. I think Josh Hart just got it. Like, we guaranteed to get into the play. I'm not saying deep, this, that, and the third. I'm saying that dude, he stays healthy. We getting into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I love this dude already. This dude had 8 rebounds. When I was watching the game, right? Because you know how you watching it, you kind of paying attention.
Rebounds too.
Look, huh?
Hustle rebounds too.
Yo, dude, he was the ones that he didn't get. He was going after.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This dude was chasing down rebound. He was snatching rebounds from his own center. And like, yo, you saw those get 4 steals?
Let's bring the stats up.
Yo, first game back off the bench, 4 steals and 8 rebounds.
So this is the beauty about Josh Hart, right? So this is all right. So everybody, welcome to the Josh Hart show. This is basically what we're really going to be talking about today. We didn't get to talk about the trade. We gave up Cam. Cam went over there. He had a pretty decent debut in the starting lineup. He started, and he had a pretty decent debut. So passed the ball a few times, had some rebounds.
Who's this?
Like I said, Cam Reddish. Like
how'd he do?
Yeah, 11 points.
11 points and a few other stats, some passes, some rebounds. But like I always said, Cam Reddish is the kind of player who is only productive with a lot of minutes. He can't bring you a lot of production in a short amount of time. He's the kind of guy. I think he started. So I think he played over. But he played.
I could pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up because I don't know if it's 25, 30 minutes. Because 11 points, and if he did 30 minutes, 11 points is really not. But it's his first game. He got to get in the groove and all kinds of shit.
His first. The kind of points he was getting, it wasn't like he was a focal point in the offense. He was getting
it's like putbacks and shit like that, free throws maybe.
Some threes. He had some threes. It was.
Well, if he had some threes, that means he ain't really get a lot of shots, or he didn't make a lot of shots.
Actually, yeah. Let's. What was the stat line on that? Because
Josh Hart first game he had 25 minutes and 39 seconds.
So Cam Reddish last night. 11 points. Where is it? 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 4-7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line. So, and he was a +4.
He was a +4. Okay.
He's a
How many minutes?
So, 17 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. And he started, but only played 17 minutes.
Well, that's what I was saying. You start as his first game in, but Cam Reddish is like his body is he's got the kind of body where they got to get him in there. I think that he'll probably average 15 to 20 points a game as a starter if he keeps that position.
It depends on his role. Yeah, it depends on his role. If he gets a lot of shots, if you're gonna give Cam Reddish 10 to 15 shots a game, you can expect him to average around. I'd say.
Oh my God.
I want to see him do well.
I'd say around 15. I'd say around 15 if you give him.
I would say 15. The reason why I want to see him do well or do his best because I want to see what we lost. And I don't want to say. Yeah. I think, honestly, God, I think Josh Hart is worth the trade. I think that might be.
Absolutely.
I think Jalen Brunson is a steal of of last offseason.
Yeah.
And I think Josh Hart is such a dude. The steals he was getting, Josh. You know what I was telling Joe this before you got on. Mm-hmm. When you took forever to get back on. So
wow.
Well, can I give you something silly real quick, yo? This don't have nothing to do with the Knicks, but because I was in this box score, this Portland box score from the other night, I just happened to take a peek at Shay's numbers.
Shai Gilgeous?
Crazy. Are you ready for this? But are you ready for just dive into the numbers just real quick, if you don't mind, because it's silly. 44 points. He was a +22. 44 points. 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 13 of 16 from the field. 44 points on 16 shots. 18 of 19 from the line.
Wow. That kid sound like a machine.
So he missed 3 shots. And 1 free throw.
I like to see. I want to see if he was getting to the basket every goddamn time, because that's like,
bro, my man had 44 points. How many threes?
16 shots.
He made 3 threes.
I didn't even. Yeah, 3 threes.
So on 44 points, he only made 3 threes. That motherfucker was at the basket the entire game.
That's what I'm saying.
He had to be at the basket.
He must have been getting to the lane all night.
Out of 19 free throws, he had to be at the basket all game. 18
silly,
out of 19
bro.
free throws.
Why you say that though? You say were you saying like you wanted to get Shea Gilgeous last year when we?
Nah, I just like I said, I was looking at Cam's numbers and I just happened to see
Oh, you just
his.
happened to look at Shea
Yeah,
Gilgeous.
because they played against. Who was guarding? Who was guarding him?
Nobody.
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 Clearly. Okay. Nobody.
So speaking of guarding them, back to Josh Hart. Josh, you know what he does? You know, this is what I like because you know when I love playing basketball and playing defense, my favorite part was keeping the ball out of somebody's hands, whoever it was.
Play defense, don't even let them get the ball.
Yo, he was doing that avoid, like he was keeping them from. So you know how like, all right, there's a few minutes left. You got to get the ball in this guy's hands. So what he was forcing them was put it in the other guy's hands. He got to come up, but he's not the guy who handles the rock. So that already just messes things up because now they can't get in their spots and spacing.
I would backdoor your ass all day, bro.
All day. So what's his name? What's his name?
No, I'm saying if you was guarding me, I would backdoor you all day, playing up on me like that.
No, but it's like, it don't. Yeah, but it don't matter. Like I don't even have to be on you like that. All I need is for the dude with the ball to see that you're not in a position to get the rock.
Yeah,
that's it.
He's not gonna sit there and wait for you to get
right. He's not gonna wait. He's gonna doubt. That's either gonna be a backcourt violation. He's gonna make a bad pass someplace else that they didn't practice for. And this is what I love about him avoiding people getting the rock. I was watching him keeping the rock out of people's hands. He was playing the lane like one of those steals. He passes to somebody. They pass it to somebody else. He came up off of his man and grabbed the steal. Like I love him because that was the way I played ball, and I just love that because it just messes things up. And I feel like when the game got close, when you start playing that kind of basketball, you're keeping them from getting the rock. You over there getting steals. You get rebounds.
Right.
Yo, you know what I loved about
who he had more rebounds than? How many rebounds Hartenstein had?
14.
Hartenstein. Hart. What's his name?
14.
He had 14.
All right, I'm about to say. I want to see who else. Who's the other big? How many Obi had?
Sims had 10. Obi didn't grab a rebound.
Obi didn't grab a rebound.
No.
Josh Hart out rebounded Obi.
He had more rebounds than Julius tonight too.
Look at all the rebounds.
Julius only had 6.
Hart had 7 rebounds. So
I thought he had 8.
He should have had 8.
Yeah, he had 8.
He had 4 offensive rebounds.
Let me see something. Let me see if they would have changed.
Yo, you know how many times you grabbed you got your shooting guard small forward grabbing rebounds and restarting the clock? We get another 14 seconds.
They must have took it from him because it's labeling as 7 right now.
Yeah, something like that. Because that's how.
Right. Anyway, but the fact that Josh Hart, this is going to be an issue as long as these guys are on the same team. Just letting you know.
What's going to be? Isaiah Hartenstein and Josh Hart.
We
got Hart and Hartenstein.
It's going to be a problem.
Hartenstein got Hart.
Yeah, but did you hear? I was just about to say, did you hear Clyde tonight? He's like, you gotta have Hart. And I'm like, here we go.
I heard it.
My dad used to always say he ain't got the heart for the pot.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the thing I loved about today's game from Josh Hart was that I felt like he came in immediately and made an impact, right? Got to the line, I think maybe like one of his first possessions. Had a layup in the open court. But what I loved the most was the way he kind of eased himself into the game.
Right.
Like his offense, I mean. You know what I mean? Like he only had like 3 points at one point. He had the free throw and the layup, and then he didn't do anything for a while. And then I think maybe his last 8 points might have been in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's like that's when he shined.
He really only made 2 baskets the entire game.
Yeah, just great stuff from him though, man. I mean, he did everything that I expected him to do, honestly, in his debut. Like that was a Josh Hart game.
The other thing that I love, and this is why I said for him to come in the first game with 25 plus minutes, I felt like what I love about the pickup, the acquisition, is that this is Coach's dream. This is the guy that Coach wanted, because he says it. How did
he wanted him last year? He was trying to get him at the deadline last year.
Was he?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson described him as a dog. He said he's going to give 110% every game. And at the post game when he was talking to the crowd, he was like, "I'm a dog." He says, "I'm a dog." This dude knows he's a dog.
Yep.
And I'm with that.
These are all his rebounds, by the way. That's hard.
And this is it. There goes one. Look, third quarter. Jump to the third quarter already. So he got most of his stats. Look at this, boy. Let me tell you something. That boy ain't playing. Watch this one.
What?
Yeah,
What happened?
It's crazy. If you watch him, it's really just instinct. Like he knows where the ball is gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, he's great at anticipating.
He got that Dennis Rodman in him.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. Look at him chasing that shit. Yo, I was watching that game like this. Like, yo, I love this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
give me that.
We come from in there with that, and then with the assist.
Led to that.
Yo, he threw it to him. It was already like that's 3.
Those are the plays. Those are the plays, bro.
To me, that was that was a turning point of the game to me.
That was a play of the game.
Yeah, that RJ hits the 3 because Brunson had just hit a step back 3 to give the Knicks a 3-point lead. The Knicks basically hit 3 straight threes. Yeah. Then RJ hits the corner 3. Utah calls timeout. Come out of the timeout. I think they missed the shot, and then Randall hits a 3.
Yeah,
and that put us up 9, and we never looked back.
Rebounded by Hartenstein. Knicks pride.
Okay.
But can we clap it up for this duo, bro? This Randall Brunson duo, man.
Nah, Randall and Brunson. This is the first time since I think 1987 that you had two in back-to-back games, 2 guys that dropped 30 for the Knicks, and I think it was Patrick Ewing and somebody else. I almost want to say Wes Unseld, but I might be wrong.
It was the first time in 88 since that what?
Since 87 that 2 players on the Knicks scored 30 points back-to-back in back-to-back games.
I thought Hartenstein was a dog tonight too.
Huge.
Yeah, Hartenstein stepped up. Yo, could you think about how much better we are? Mitchell Robinson comes back. Like, we're a playoff team, bro. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. No, but this is a real team now. Like, I don't think people understand. Like,
right.
People were saying, like, oh, you guys got Josh Hart. Like, oh, you guys are going to be so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people underestimate what role players
the power of team, bro. And like,
power of team and what guys can actually do together and having
we seen it as Knicks fans. We seen it 2 years ago,
right?
We seen 15 guys that had a common goal, right? They weren't the most talented, but they went out and won a lot of games, bro. Yes. Because they played for each other, they played together, they trusted each other.
This guy had 4 steals tonight, yo. Let's look at this 4 steals. Go ahead. You can talk.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just think that this shows why Tibbs wasn't playing. Look at this dude. This shows why Tibbs wasn't playing Cam Reddish. Yeah. I don't know if Cam Reddish ever played
McBride. Like, it wasn't even nothing for him to sit McBride. Like, I don't think McBride played a minute tonight.
No, he didn't.
No, that's why I said that to Joe before. I said, yo, he took McBride is finished. And it's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I told everybody Deuce was going to be the odd man out. It was the easy call.
Yeah, it had to be. And he plays defense. It's not like he's
bad.
That
was a foul, by the way. That was a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul.
That was a terrible call. Terrible no call. And RJ's got to, like I said, I tweeted during the game. I said, bro, at this point, just hard foul him. They're going to call it regardless.
Yeah, RJ was getting cooked by Clarkson. Was cooking him, bro.
Clarkson was cooking him. Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yeah, he was making it look like he was a star. I can't stand it,
bro. Cooking him. I mean, but don't get me wrong. RJ still had.
No, RJ was RJ tonight.
He still had the second highest plus minus on the team. You know what I'm saying?
I thought RJ did. You know what I thought? I thought RJ did what RJ does, bro. And this is why you like him, right? Because he didn't start off good again. Got off to a slow start. But you know that he's just going to stick with it, bro. And he's not going to worry about what happened in the first quarter or the second quarter. At the end of the games, like, none of that is going to matter to him.
Facts. And that's,
you know, mentally tough, bro.
I'm excited about this squad right now because
I think Cap froze, yeah.
You froze, Cap? Oh, look, he like, but he froze like this. I'm excited about the squad because when you look at Oh, there you go. Now he's moving. It was like he went like this for like 5 minutes. Like,
yo, bro, I don't understand.
But the reason why I'm excited is when you look at what they accomplished in Villanova, and I wasn't really too privy about, but they won together, Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. And I already feel like they're gonna try to go after what's his name next season. Who just went to Brooklyn? What's his name?
Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is not.
Bridges.
They're not letting go.
I don't see how that happens though, because he just signed a contract.
He's under contract for until 2026.
And Brooklyn wanted 3 first-round picks for him.
Huh?
Brooklyn wanted 3 first-round picks for him.
Yo, don't we got roster spots open?
We do.
We have two.
I was always wondering. Everybody's like, "Yo, this is a page," and I don't like this page because it's a Carmelo Anthony page. He's such a dick rider. He was like, "Now go get Carmelo," and I'm like, I feel like there's like a reason maybe that teams ain't going to get him, but it's just like, yo, you got a whole page like campaigning for
Tibbs
Carmelo Anthony.
Tibbs don't want nobody else. He got to add minutes on.
Yo, I think he is fun.
I love Melo, bro, but I'm good.
Yeah, I love Melo. Melo's one of my favorite players. Dre knows.
Like, what would he do for the team? Like, he could shoot, he could score, but we know how he is on defense. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. In a limited capacity,
right?
Playing,
he would be a situational player.
He would be great, but at the same time, I don't think this is just the right situation for him. It's just not. Like, I feel like if we were closer to a winning team, like a championship team, and we needed to bolster our bench and we needed a scorer that bad, then you go get Melo, which is probably what's going to happen. Melo's going to get picked up towards the end of the season by a team that can use him in the playoffs.
Right. There's like an injury or something happens and say, yo, what's up with all these? Speaking of injuries, what's all these teams getting denied? The Warriors. You got the Suns.
I mean, KD.
How you feeling physicals, bro?
We knew he was hurt, but no. But I think, like Joe and I were saying earlier in the chat, that hopefully nothing more serious comes up, because a lot of times when these trades happen, that's how, like with Dinwiddie. I think, wasn't it Dinwiddie the first time?
No. It was homeboy that he was out because he had a heart condition. Homeboy went from the Nets to Cleveland.
I know it was a Nets player. That's why I said Dinwiddie, but I guess it wasn't Dinwiddie. Who was it?
No, it was a dude with the braids. Dark-skinned dude with the braids. He went.
Oh, no. Cavaliers. When he went to the
that's what I say. He went to Cleveland.
Pacers. He went to the Pacers in that trade. Karis LeVert. Yeah. So because of the trade, what Dre is talking about is because of the trade, they had to do a physical, and they found out that there was some issues.
He had a heart condition.
Jeff Green.
Jeff Green.
No, that was another one.
That was Jeff Green.
that was a separate situation.
That was a heart. Yeah, that was a heart.
But I don't think that was because of a trade.
It was something. It was
Josh was saying that on that trade, when they do the physicals, it reveals X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and that's what happened with Karis LeVert during the trade. Yeah. He had something was revealed. So anyway, long story short, the Warriors are on the clock until tomorrow to accept or deny Gary Payton II due to his physicals not being cleared. So same situation as with KD. We don't know what they found. I mean, they both were already hurt before the trade, so it's not like that was a surprise. But in these tests, they can find out something else that, it could be concerning. But long story short, hopefully those guys are good and there's nothing serious.
Tone, what up?
My bad, I didn't even check the chat. Yeah. What up, Tune? What up, Tune? Jose, my bad, I didn't even peep Jose saying. Jose said big men.
Yeah, you said that point guards are gonna get more rebounds because big men are shooting.
Right.
I hear that, Jose, but it just seemed like he going after it with a certain fervor.
He is going after it with a certain. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. You don't average 8 rebounds a game as a guard without going after it.
Averages 8 rebounds, bro.
I mean, he averages 8 rebounds. I mean, if you look at it, I think they said he averages the most rebounds for a guard in the league. Or anyone
anyone under 6'6".
Let me tell you something. 6'7". Okay, we get Mitchell back, right? He in the starting lineup. So now you got Hartenstein, because now with Hartenstein back, Jelani, what up? A word?
Was at the game.
Was at the game.
I was looking for you.
That's a nice little flex he threw in there.
You know what I'm saying? I see you, bro. I see you.
I see you, Lord. So imagine. So now you got Hart off the bench with Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson. So now Hartenstein is not a big rebounder, but Hart is. I just feel like that second unit could really cause a lot of problems for Leafs, because if you got like a unit, your bench unit playing against Hart and Hartenstein.
See, but that's what I
like. Hustle a lot of people.
Yeah, like and that's what the beauty of it was, like watching Hartenstein, Hart, but not only them, but like just having a bench unit. Like Quickly is great off the bench, so great that people want him to start, right? So if I just feel like this kind of bench makes Quickly more comfortable. Like if you seen how Quickly played tonight, if you look at his numbers, my bad. Quickly 6 for 9 tonight, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line.
Quickly was amazing tonight.
15 points. You know what I mean? And it's just because like you
5 rebounds too.
5 rebounds. You got him playing with someone with high IQ who's gonna get him the how many passes did he get to Quick? I don't think Quick made all of those shots that he passed it to him, but playing with someone like that in the second unit, I don't know if he's always going to be in the second unit, but what I do know is that he's going to finish every game when it comes to Josh Hart. And it's probably going to be in place of Quentin Grimes. And we're starting to see this.
Me and Dre was talking about that when we was backstage before you came on.
What?
I think that tonight it was Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
Some nights it might be RJ too.
Oh, it'll be between the two of those.
And I think some nights you can see.
Yeah,
I think some nights you might even see Hart and Quickly finish games. I really think it's just going to depend on what goes on with those two starting wings.
Right, and that's the beauty, because that was going to be the second point. I saw that Coach did a lot of RJ and Grimes for Quickly and Hart until the end of the game, where it was like, all right, which one of those two out of those 4 is the best guys to play at the end of the game? And clearly, Quentin Grimes didn't have it tonight. It was 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. So with 1 point. So it was clear he didn't have it. I don't know what made him not have it. I don't know if there was anyone on the perimeter who was locking him up. Like,
he just missed shots, man.
Just a bad night. He probably was like, damn, Josh Hart right over my shoulder. He like, damn, I might lose my job.
Well,
I don't think it's that either. I think they favor him to start. I really do.
He got a bright
He
future.
didn't get the shots tonight. He only got 3 shots. You know what I'm saying? And Grimes usually gets more shots than that.
Yeah, he hasn't been getting open looks though lately. Like teams are starting to close out.
Yeah,
hard.
And that's when you decide how many minutes a guy's gonna get. Is after teams start the game plan for him, who he's gonna be every night, despite a game plan.
I think that we could have seen Quickly finish the game tonight, but I think the reason why we didn't is just because the Jazz are so huge that it just made sense to have a bigger body like RJ.
What was that? The last couple possessions, he had him out the game. He didn't finish the game.
Right. Well, RJ.
No, that's what I mean. I feel like there was a chance Quickly would be in there over RJ, but just because of like the size of the Jazz, that RJ just made more sense to finish with tonight.
Yeah. There will be games, it won't be a lot of games, but there will be games where Josh Hart doesn't look good at the end of the games, and he's going to finish with maybe Quickly and Grimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, you know. It was good to see that Coach had those options, and that's where our weaknesses have been all year. Just having interchangeable guys at the 2 and 3 spot. Quickly and Hart coming off the bench and doing what they do together. Hustle plays ±5 for Josh Hart. The kind of guy who makes those 50-50 plays on both sides of the floor. You know what I mean? That's exactly what you need every single night. We didn't even get to talk about the guys that went crazy tonight yet. RJ Barrett.
Yeah, we didn't get there yet.
20 points. Julius Randle had 31 points. Jalen Brunson had 38 points. And you know what I mean? Like, and we talked about Josh Hart the whole game, the whole show. You know what I mean?
Well, we said it would be the Josh Hart show.
We did say it would be the Josh Hart show because
but you know, we know that we know what Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle is capable, and every now and again RJ Barrett. Which is why it's exciting, because on the night when Quentin Grimes had a bad shooting night, we pull his game off because of rebounds and defense and positioning and stuff like that. So
let's talk about the big guys though, the big guns.
Right.
So let's start with Julius, right? Julius, I can't ignore that big ass 11 staring in my face. 31 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Clearly he's losing some of his rebounds already to Josh Hart. Which you gotta love, man.
I don't even think it was that. I think that the Jazz are just huge.
The Jazz is definitely huge.
I really believe it really came down to that, man. Because I've seen some games. I think there was a couple of games against even the Raptors where Julius wasn't exactly the monster he usually is.
Well,
those guys are just.
Walker Kessler is a big ass refrigerator. So,
he's a fucking monster, bro.
Refrigerator with arms. So it's kind of like it's hard to get.
They start 2 7-footers and a 6'10" guy.
Right, and one of those 7-footers averages 3.1 3-pointers per game, which is the most for a 7-footer in NBA history. So it's like, wow. How do you guard that? Larry Markin is he's a unicorn. I mean, and this is what he's doing now is what we expected to see when he was in Chicago. And when we didn't see it, he's gone. That did, bro.
The step back over Julius. I was like, oh my.
Yeah, he just started knocking him down at one point. I was like, oh, here we go. He's just gonna win the game for him.
The kid is good.
It got ridiculous.
And then Julius just abuses him on the baseline and posterizes Kessler. Like, what? Let's go.
Shout. Yo, oh man, I don't know, man. Shout out to you, Big Taz. Salute, guys. Wow, Josh Hart. Yeah, man. Like, it's amazing how much of an impact a guy who had 11 points can have on the game. And that's, you know what I mean? And that's what I love. That's what we've been missing. Like, it's the 50-50 plays, it's the smart, just the little plays. Like, you had somebody in there, like, think about it. How many minutes did Josh Hart play tonight? 25. Imagine getting 25 minutes out of Miles McBride. Are you going to get the same kind of game?
No.
Hell no.
Well, you wouldn't be able to leave him out there, unfortunately, long enough.
Right.
Get 25 minutes.
To get 25 minutes, right? Because it's just so much of a deficiency in certain spots where you just have to take him out the game. And immediately he comes in without knowing the playbook, all of that, and just making an impact. You know what I'm saying?
Just plays basketball.
High IQ basketball. Like, high IQ basketball is almost equivalent to a playbook, which is outrageous.
The corner three, where Brunson drives and Hart is smart enough when Brunson pivots to relocate to the corner to get open for the three.
Boom.
That's just instinctual basketball.
Easy. And then he did the same thing to Julius when Julius was out there. And Julius did the same thing on the same spot. He didn't move all the way to the corner, but he just went to, like, you know, right over the hash towards the corner and still had a knockdown three on that side. RJ hit him with one. He missed it, but it's just knowing how to be in that spot. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of guy, you know, and he's going to get open once, because first of all, a lot of people are going to think that he's going to go for a rebound. So they're going to like, you got to box him out, make sure he doesn't get to the basket. So automatically, a lot of guys who are guarding Josh Hart are going to go to the basket for a rebound to make sure they box him out, especially if it's an offensive one. So what's he going to do? Sometimes he can just relocate on that offensive rebound and make you think that he's going to cut down for the rebound, and boom, wide open at the three. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the little things that he can bring to this team that you're not going to get out of Obi Toppin. You're not going to get that out of Miles McBride. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you're not going to get all the stuff that that Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier can't get that. Give that to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just seamless things that he does. Anyway, finish up with Julius Randle's lineup: 3 for 11 from the 3-point line. Joe did say that he doesn't mind him taking 11 threes, so I'm cool.
No, I'm fine with it. I mean, they didn't go in tonight, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah, 27% from there, 12 or 26 from the field. You know, pretty decent game from Julius. You know what I mean? +4 on the plus minus.
And one of the problems is he has to shoot it, bro.
He has to, yeah.
He has to shoot it willingly because guys are relenting that shot.
Yeah.
So he has to shoot the ball.
Right. So I mean, you give him that shot, he's gonna take it. You want to see better percentage there, but the fact that he's taking it is what you want to see. You don't want him turn into Ben Simmons and be scared to take that shot because he's been missing it, and all of a sudden now,
yeah, let that shit fly, Drew.
Let it fly. Jalen Brunson, 11 for 22 from the field, 38 points, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, 14 of 15 from the free throw line. And he was struggling at one point of the year, knocking down his free throws. But he's gotten it back on track as of recent, 14 to 15 tonight, and he missed that one, and that really pissed him off. But who wouldn't want a perfect 15 to 15 game from the free throw line? That does wonders for your percentage. 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. This is his team.
38 points on 22 shots.
On 22 shots, man. This is his team. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's no other way you can pay. They move as he moves. Like, you know what I mean? The clock ticks as he ticks, bro. Like, everything that he does, it just helps them gain momentum. Sometimes, like, when he's not playing, I'm automatically like, damn. I don't know. Just like,
Could you do me a favor?
What's up?
You can do me a favor, Joe. What's Jalen Brunson's average field goal percentage? Because it seems like every game is the same. 40,
I believe it's 47% for the year.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, 48%.
Yo,
really,
one night, what game
47.9 for the season.
47.9
for the season, yeah.
I think he had
and
a game
49 for his career. So it's real.
That dude is getting high percentage shots.
And 40 and almost 41% from 3 on the season.
Which is crazy because nobody said that he was going to. Everybody was like, he's not a good 3-point shooter. That was the verdict.
I mean,
he's not a 3-point. He's not a good 3-point
shooter. He's 38% for his career. Like, he's a good 3-point shooter.
Good 3-point shooter, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not just because he's not Steph Curry doesn't mean that he's not a good 3-point shooter.
You know what I think though? I don't think that because I was surprised. One thing I'll admit I was surprised by. I knew that he would make like spot up threes. I'm a little bit surprised at a step back game from 3.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. That coming.
Didn't he hit Harden with one last night?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, because he was doing a lot of crazy stuff last night, especially in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was going crazy. He had 20 in the first quarter.
But yeah, I would say out of anything that I'm surprised with, like I'm really surprised with the step back threes.
Right. Yeah, he's definitely he's a wonder, bro. Like I love watching the guy play. It's almost as if like you're like, damn, like is this really our guard for good? Like how long is he really gonna be?
Right,
you know,
bro. Like we got a bright future. This is our guard.
Like, can I wake up from this dream?
Yeah, like is this real? Like next year
we got a point guard.
We got a legit guard.
A legit point guard who can get his own shot wherever the hell he wants. There were so many times tonight. You put him on that little on that wing, not even at 3, like right inside the 3-point arc, and you give him space, and he's getting his 3. He's getting that midi off. He's getting that midi off. It don't matter who guarding him. He's gonna hit you with the hezzy cross step, boom, every time, and it's water. That is something that New York fans have been looking for forever, and he has the confidence to do it every single night. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful basketball. It's beautiful basketball, man.
It really is.
Shout out to, like I said, Brunson 38 points, Randall 31 points. RJ still squeezes 20 points in there.
Shout out to RJ, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
In that third quarter, it was starting to get away from us.
Right. Yeah.
And RJ went on his own personal like 10-point little run.
Yep.
It wasn't a 10-0 run, but he scored 10 straight points.
Didn't he finish the first half with like 3 points or some shit like that? It
was something like that. He didn't have a lot, but yeah, that little run that he went on by himself in the third quarter, that was everything because it could have got ugly.
Yep. And he started as Clyde says, he started
to. He finds a way to like most nights. He finds some kind of way to like pitch in and like get his offense. Kind of like I don't really know how he does it because it seems like sometimes he's completely iced out of the game. And when he does get his shot, it seems like he's missing them. But then all of a sudden, you look up and he's got 15 points. You're like, oh.
Yo, it's kind of like, I wonder, like, the efficiency will always be the question. But I wonder what it would look like if you had an offense where it was centered around RJ and another guy. Not RJ as your main guy, but RJ and another guy. And what does that look like if you actually have shots for him where he's not the guy who get,
But like, wasn't that what it was the last couple years, last 3 years?
No, I'm talking about this RJ, because last couple years he was trying to get to that point, and there was some good and bad about it. But I feel like at this point, RJ is a little bit more mature than he was. Like, don't get me wrong, he still has the efficiency issues from game to game. Like tonight, he was 6 for 15. Like he didn't shoot the greatest, but most of the time it's because he might have a terrible first half, and that's usually what it is. Which is why it's hard to watch him play and get upset at him when you're watching the entire game, because it's like, all right, you started terrible and you finished great, and that's
what I said. That's
what you want to see in all of your guys.
That's what I said earlier. He always sticks with it. He always finds a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not pretty, but I mean, again, like I said, we were kind of dead in the water in that third quarter, and he was the guy that kind of helped us.
If we're being real, it's rarely ever
tread water. It's tread water.
Right. But like I said, it's rarely ever pretty when RJ when you watch it. RJ.
I'm fine with it not being pretty. You know what I mean?
As long as you're going to put the work in. First off, if coach is playing you in the final minutes, you earn that shit. This coach,
definitely on this team, You
know what I'm saying?
Especially if your name is not Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson.
Right, because we've seen plenty of times when he sits RJ in the fourth. He has no problem doing it. He has zero problem sitting RJ.
I want to say, just like, I know people say like, oh, he needs to hold Julius accountable, blah, blah, blah. And there's some nights where Julius doesn't have it and he's still in there at the end of games. But he has to be in there.
He has to be. He's the star player. He's the star player.
Not just that. It's not even that though. Like, he creates matchup advantages. He still commands a double team. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just easier to play when you have a guy like him on the court late in games than to have a guy like Obi on the court who's standing in the corner waiting for a kick out. Like, it's hard to play that way, bro.
Nobody's gonna do it.
Yeah, like we talked about this before, bro. The fourth quarter is all about creating mismatches.
That's it.
And he helps you achieve that.
And that's the beauty of having someone like him. Like, is he frustrating? Hell yeah, I'll be the first one.
100%, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be the first one to tell you that this guy is hella frustrating to watch. But if I'm being completely real, there's a lot to his game. Like, if this guy had it at 90% every game mentally, 90%, like, like, the sky's the limit for this team. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes it's not always there. Sometimes the talent is there, the skill is there. That's not the issue with Julius.
Yeah, he had a play in the fourth quarter where I almost lost my mind, bro.
You talking about that? No, not the dunk that over Jordan.
It was when he first checked in with like 8 minutes left.
What'd he do?
Where there was like, I don't remember who it was, but they penetrated from the corner or something like that. And Julius, for whatever reason, he had no chance of contesting anything because the play was happening on the other side of the rim. Mm-hmm. But he gets sucked in, and Markkanen's open in the corner for a three. And Julius doesn't even move. He just looks and just watches the guy shoot a wide open three. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I think that three tied it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I'm just like, what are you doing, bro?
Or what are you not doing?
So it's those things, right? That you just, as a Knicks fan, for me, I'm over it. Like I learned to live and you gotta live with it, bro. You're gonna live and you're gonna die with it as a Knicks fan. He's gonna do things that make you scratch your head, but
But
he's
this,
but he's gonna do it to the tune of 25 points
this
and
is the
11 rebounds
accountability
and
shit that
4
I'm talking
assists.
about. But this is the accountability shit that we're talking about, because when we say we want Julius to be held accountable, it's not, yo, sit him down and yell at him. You know what I'm saying? But there was a play, I think it was the fourth quarter, where Jalen Brunson was being was on defense. I think he was guarding Taylor Horton Tucker. And he came around, he did something, he ended up guarding him. And he just jumped. Like it was lackadaisical, and he jumped. He didn't jump towards him, he didn't jump to challenge the jump shot. He just jumped straight in the air and put his hands up. Terrible defensive effort, if you ask me. Even though you moved, it doesn't mean that it was a good defensive play. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cut you that. We playing basketball here. So to me, it was a terrible effort. And you can hear from the other side of the court on national television, Come on,
Jalen!
Yeah,
I heard that.
You can hear him from the other side.
I heard that. I knew that's the exact play you were talking about. Because you want to know why it was such a bad defensive play? Because Jalen, the dude, was below the free throw line at first.
He circled all the way around.
He circled up to the top of the key. Why the hell does that keep happening? And Jalen followed him at first. Then he just stopped in the middle of the paint. And the only reason I noticed because I rewinded it to look at it again.
Me too.
Because when I heard Tibbs yell, I was like, "Damn, was it that bad?" So I had to go back and look.
Same exact shit.
so he stood there, like he just stood there, like again a play that he could not have done anything about. Like you should have just went to your man. Right. And he stands there. The dude kicks it out, and like you said, Jalen doesn't even like run out. He like runs halfway and just jumps straight up in the air. But from like 5 feet away.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna do, Jalen, from that far, bro? Like
at 5'5".
Yeah, at 5'5". You 5'5" with brown eyes. How the fuck you gonna jump from all the way in the paint and contest the three?
Man.
The dude,
yeah, I know exactly what play you're talking about, bro. As soon as you started describing it, I was like, I know what he's talking about.
But that's the accountability that I'm talking about. I want to hear you yell at Julius like that. You don't gotta call the timeout. You don't gotta pull him out the game. But bro, show that you're not accepting that shit. Show that this is not cool. Like, let him know I don't like this shit, bro. Like, and he knows you don't like it.
But I'm pretty sure that there's times
it's almost like they have an agreement. Yo, if you feel some type of way about me, coach, just don't yell at me. And coach is like,
you know what, too, though, bro? You know what, too, though? So it's funny that you say that. So they say that one of the skills of being an effective coach is knowing who you could fucking be hard on
and how to coach.
Yeah. Maybe Julius is a guy that doesn't respond well to that. You know what I mean? Maybe he's a guy you got to put your arm around and be like, yo, bro, that's unacceptable.
Right. Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
That has to
Jalen was coached by Jay Wright. Like,
I mean, Jalen was around Tibbs his whole life. Like,
Tibbs that too.
Him if he wants to. Tibbs can yell at him whenever the fuck he wants to.
Tibbs probably gave him a spanking or two back in the day.
He probably took him outside a few times.
Didn't I tell you? Come here.
So, but this is.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop saying stuff like that. Yeah, because that's the stuff that get Dre started.
Give it to me. Give that to me and come in.
Yo, that is hilarious. Nah, but
don't come in.
But that's the thing about it. Like, it is frustrating. So I guess from the outside looking in, it can be frustrating when you think that he's not saying anything or that he's not upset at Julius. And And like you said, the signs of a good coach is someone who can coach each guy differently. We're not going to coach each guy the same. Now, there is certain guys that are, then you have the Jalen's and you have the Julius's, and then you have the RJ's. And it's like, all right, I'm not going to yell at him. I'm going to just hit his ass. Because RJ,
nah, that's not true though. He be ragging on RJ, bro.
No, he be ragging on him. But sometimes he'll just sit him and he won't say anything because he knows, like, all right, RJ knows he's fucking up right now. Me saying something is not gonna help.
And I always be wondering too.
What?
You know what I'd be wondering? So you hear like there was one time, just like a different sport, but like just kind of like a story real quick. There's always a story about Derek Jeter, right? When he was a rookie. His rookie year, there's a rule in baseball that you don't make the final out at third base, right? So Jeter's on second, and he tries to steal third, and he gets thrown out at third. Inning is over, and as soon as Derek leaves the field, he goes and sits right next to Joe Torre. He said he went and sat right next to him because he knew what he just did. You know the cardinal rule, bro. Everybody does. He sat down next to Joe. He didn't yell at him. He just said, "Don't ever do that again." That's it.
That's it. Because he knew, right? If he would have had to go find him to say that, he would have probably been pissed off. But he came right. We came right to him.
Sat right next to him, bro.
Like, all right, you knew you fucked up. So he said he didn't have to say anything. He knew. He said, "Don't ever do that." That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what you want. Shout out to Big L. My man said Josh Hart is the glue guy we need. Without a doubt.
That's exactly what Josh Hart is.
That's the perfect.
There's no better way to explain who he is and what he is. He's a connector, bro.
Yep. He makes all of those plays that he made tonight. Go ahead. We said why you think what?
Why you think the Bulls are suffering, bro? Like they miss Lonzo. I always say that Lonzo was one of the greatest connectors in the NBA. And they don't have their connector. And trust me when I say that they miss Lonzo a lot, bro.
They definitely
some guys just make everything work.
Because they're gonna hustle more than everybody else around them. And that's you always need one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Each unit, the starting unit and the bench unit needs one of those.
Hold on. Francisco, we 100% agree with you.
He just came in, so I'm assuming that he missed the convo. We literally just finished.
Yeah, we 100% agree with you, bro. But accountability might not look the same among all players. That's basically what we were saying.
Right.
And we don't know what it looks like behind closed doors.
Right. Yeah. Yes, sir. Like it's, and just to elaborate a little bit more, like you were saying, like we were finishing up earlier, is that sometimes certain guys don't respond to certain styles of coaching. You know what I'm saying? And if Tibbs is the kind of guy that can coach a few different guys different ways and still win games, you gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying?
He is winning games.
Yeah, you gotta give him credit of doing it. So yeah, maybe he doesn't yell at Julius in front of us. Maybe he comes and brings him to the side, kind of like we were saying.
He yells at everybody, but
because Julius seemed like the type of dude that'd be like, "Who you talking to?"
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
He doesn't know how to receive that shit. You could be 100% right, but when you're yelling it, he's like, "Who are you talking to, bro?" You know what I'm saying? Like, without a doubt. So I mean,
I don't agree with that, Big L. RJ was bad the first half, yeah, but I thought RJ really saved this team in the third quarter.
Yeah,
because this team, it was looking bad in the third, and RJ literally scored 10 straight points in a row.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think he had 3 points in the first half and finished with 20. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of, well, might have been 4 or 5, but he still finished with 20 points.
Also had a huge 3 in the fourth quarter. Like, listen, RJ had some really bad moments tonight. Defensively, he struggled.
He will struggle until he figures it out.
But I thought that overall, it was an okay game for him. Wasn't his best, but it damn sure wasn't his worst game. And I thought that in that third quarter, he really came up big when we looked kind of like somebody threw a monkey wrench in the offense.
Like I want to apologize to Drake because we do a lot of like RJ talk, and he's been quiet this whole time because he's not a big RJ fan. So I completely understand how this could be.
Nah, that's fine though, but like you don't have to.
Hold up, Joe. He was saying something.
I completely understand how this could be a frustrating conversation. You know what I'm saying, for you to listen to. Being that RJ is the topic and it's a positive one of RJ. But hopefully you will come around to seeing the positives that RJ can bring.
No,
listen, we gotta look at the positives in Julius.
I keep saying this about RJ is very inconsistent.
That's
always been my thing.
That's who he is.
100%. 100%.
And like everybody's like, when we had that time, we had State on the show a while back, and he was like, "Yo, he's going to be an all-star," and I'm like, "Hold on, like I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Knicks. I like the pickup. He was the third pick, right? That was the year we wish we got Zion. And then when you look at how Ja Morant is flying around, and so my argument with you was always like, you have it. If it's there, it's there. It's like not like, yo, wait, it's only his first year, second year, his third year. I feel like we know who RJ is now. Mm-hmm. Not to say that RJ can't get better and get more consistent.
Facts.
Which that's I'm hoping for. I think he has the ability. I think he's a little bit slow on the feet sometimes. Recently, like this year, it seems like he's been bad defensively. So I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure which RJ we're going to get, which RJ is going to turn around. But when RJ's on, RJ's on. You know what I'm saying? But I think what's going to happen moving forward is he keeps with this inconsistency stuff. We're always going to get these RJ Barrett trades, these RJ Barrett trade packages. And
I think that
it better not be RJ in the trade package. And I'm just like why?
I think that would be a forever thing as long as he's here, and as long as he's not consistent. But what did I say?
He felt like he got snubbed his rookie year, and he felt like he got snubbed his second year. I'm like, he ain't get snubbed. I'm sorry.
But yeah, did you catch any of my live the other day?
No.
On the frozen envelope, Cat?
Me? Yeah, I did.
So I was saying that I'm about to switch to my laptop. I was saying that hold on. Let me turn this
off. He said, hold up.
He was saying that.
You switched to the laptop?
There you go. I think so.
Look like he crying right there. There you go.
Oh my God. You good? There he is. I can't hear you.
Oh, you switched to the joint with no mic or something with no mute button.
All I need is no mic.
Hey.
Yo, can you hear me? We can't hear you yet, Joe. Technical difficulties here. Pardon that.
Oh, I hear you now, Joe. I hear you.
Stop playing, Dre. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Dre's playing. We can't hear you. What the hell are we gonna do with you, bro?
Oh no, I hear you now.
She's not even talking, girl. You talking? Oh, I hear you. I don't know. Try to when you going through the settings and see what the audio's powered through. I think he's frozen again. Nope, he's not.
Anyway, he switched because he was saying his phone's battery is about to die.
Yeah. I guess until he figures that out, I guess we could keep it going real quick. So but anyway, he's stupid. Let's just keep it moving. Anyway, long story short.
Yeah, the Lakers won tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah, they got Anthony Davis talking like he a good basketball player or something.
Oh yeah, they did win. I think they beat Golden State 109 to 103. You know what? I want to see something. because there was a lot of trades that went on, that went down. D'Lo tonight. I want to see how D'Lo did. He had 15 points and 6 assists. How did LeBron James do? LeBron James didn't play. Okay. Well, they won without LeBron, so that's good. They got some firepower now without LeBron, and that's what they need. They need to be able to not play LeBron and still win games. And that was the issue that they had. Jared Vanderbilt had 12 points. They just traded for him. Malik Beasley, he was 2 for 9. That's someone else they just traded for. He was 0 for 6 from 3. You're not gonna get those games from Malik. There's going to be some games where he goes crazy. I know they're all excited for playing with, to play with LeBron. Anyway, how did D'Lo do outside of that? He had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists.
Oh, that's right. They had D'Lo on there. I wonder how he do.
He had 15 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds on 6 of 12 shooting. So he shot 50% from the field. Wasn't too terrible, Only took 12 shots. Anthony Davis was 5 for 19 with an RJ-esque game there, 26.3 field goal percentage. He only had 13 points, but he did have 16 rebounds.
They interviewing him when he go 5 foot, whatever that was, like 13.
Is that Joe?
We hear you now. We hear you now, right? Yeah.
Had to go into my tech bag real quick.
Always gotta have those moments. Roy Hachimura had 16. Yeah, so they had a pretty good game. You know what I mean? I guess everybody else stepped up for them. Dennis Schroeder, who was the big guy, had 26 points. So I mean,
I felt like they were like, why did we get rid of him? Got him back and now look at him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, that was no. I think they are happy with how it went, because if he's playing this well now, way cheaper than what they had him for the free. He was supposed to get like $40 million.
Yeah, he's supposed to get paid, and then he said no, and then he didn't get paid, and now he like an idiot.
And now he had to come back.
No? That was him that said no?
He said no. That's why everybody was getting on him, because he turned that money down.
Yes, he turned that down thinking he was going to get. Yes.
Out of five, I'd have got my 8 out of there.
You were like, you bugging. Come up off that bread. Thank you. Like you bugging out. Anyway, I mean, you gotta feel bad for yourself. But whatever. Hopefully
he'll be all right though. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. LeBron still didn't play. Mo Bamba didn't play. Looking forward to seeing what's going on there with Mo. I don't know what they expect to get out of Mo Bamba. He averages 7.3 points per game, 4.6 rebounds.
Well, they needed to get a guy like Bamba only because they had traded old boy Thomas Bryant. I mean, yeah.
I guess I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Because
they needed another backup big to replace their backup big.
The only other backup big they have right now is that the Winston Gabriel, the dark skinned dude, the really really dark dude on the team. Bro, come on, I'm dark skinned. I can say that. Anyway,
but you said the really really dark dude. Oh, I can say what's funny? Yeah, I hear you.
I can say I'm letting it rock. I don't care.
Yeah, I think we all could say it. The really really dark dude. Like, the dude so dark he look blue. Yeah, him.
You know the midnight dude that played on the stop.
Yeah, it was the midnight dude. Yeah, him with the locks. Yeah, tie it up.
The locks tied up. Anyway, so Mo Bamba.
It's terrible.
Hopefully,
it's terrible.
I don't know, man. That was.
Yeah, well, my point I was making though about RJ is that like people said that we should not have brought him back, right? Why would you pay this guy $25 million?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the answer is simple, bro. Like, because we were talking about the possibility of trading him. His $25 million contract actually works for the Knicks. It doesn't work against them, because you be trading a guy who's not even 25, right, making $25 million a year. That $25 million then goes towards money, towards whoever it is, whatever insert star that you're bringing back. Like, you need contracts to make these things happen. You know what I mean? And to me, his contract has value. Right now, it has value.
Yeah.
If he outplays the contract, or if they wait too long to pull the trigger, it starts to lose some value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But right now, it has value, and I think it will for probably the next season or two.
I just hope that he continues to improve, because if this is kind of where he's going to ceiling out, they're probably going to try to move on from him sooner than later.
Yeah.
And that's if he gets past this summer. And my personal opinion is you don't trade RJ until you get someone in here who you know for a fact is going to be better at that position.
You got to be getting a star if you're going to trade.
You have to be getting a star if you're going to. And not that he's worth a star.
I disagree. We're not getting a star for RJ.
Why not?
This is what I'm saying. You got no. Hold on.
I mean, obviously, it's gonna cost draft.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not gonna be just RJ.
He definitely could be a centerpiece in the deal. Like, he's good enough to be that.
He could be a centerpiece in the deal, but not for a star.
Why not?
Yes, you absolutely can. Listen, you can if you just
name a team that's giving up a star for RJ back.
The Suns just traded Kevin Durant for basically Mikal Bridges.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're missing the point.
Bro.
It's not just for RJ. You're probably gonna give up if it's for a star. You're probably gonna give up RJ. It's probably gonna be quickly. It's probably gonna be 3 first-round picks. But the trade is centered around RJ. And if you're a team that's moving on from your star, you have to get something for him. If you're gonna get 2 young guys and 3 draft picks, you take that.
You make the deal. Yeah,
you make that deal. You know what I'm saying? So if it doesn't mean that you want RJ to be your next best player. It means let me get something out of this deal, because contractually it has to match up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which is why the $25 million a year doesn't hurt you that much, because you still have to make it. It allows you to have some trade value and make a trade for a star if you can.
Like, if the Knicks are not gonna sign a star.
Right. That's not happening. Right.
That's why everybody's saying, "Oh, we're capped out." Like, who cares? We're not signing a star. If we get a star, it's gonna be via trade. So throw the contracts, put them out, pay some people.
Right.
Pay some people.
You're probably gonna be, and that's the thing. Like, a trade for RJ or getting RJ off this team and other pieces, because there's no way you're gonna just trade RJ and you're gonna get anything worth him alone. But if you're trading RJ and pieces, more than likely that's like the final piece you're trading for in your championship run. And I don't think we're there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to be making a trade to start heading towards a championship, because I don't think we're that close to where we can say, yo, we're one piece away. Let's go get this star, and then we'll be on our way to make, a championship run.
I think the Knicks are legit 2 pieces away. Yeah. Another legit rotation piece and another like guy who could give you 30 on any given night.
Right. And you're gonna have to get that guy. Like, he's not coming in the off season. Like, all your money is tied up between Brunson, Julius, and RJ. That's where your money's at. So and shit, you're still getting 18 million from Evan Fournier. You know what I'm saying? So if you make a trade at this point, it's a trade that will push your team into that conversation. And until that trade is there, you don't move RJ, you don't move quickly, you don't move the picks. You just keep building like what they did. The trade for getting Cam Reddish out of here, you give 1 first-round pickup. Whatever it was worth, who cares, guys? Like you said on the live earlier, we traded for Cam Reddish and this didn't happen. Who cares? Let's move on. Like, it happened.
You gotta move on, bro.
You gotta move on.
We took a flyer, it didn't work out. Like, we can't be stuck in, we gave up this pick for Reddish and Now we're giving up a pick to get rid of him. Like, no, we just gave up a pick to get rid of him. Don't worry about what we gave up to get him. That happened already.
Right, exactly. Because to be honest, if you ask me, the trade for Hart, what we just got and what he can bring to this team, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Worth it, absolutely.
I think it's worth it. So, you know what I mean? I think you got to take a lot with a grain of salt, because you can really overreact to a whole lot of nothing. You know what I mean? The trade, people almost started overreacting to the trade. Oh, you gave up a first round pick because of this, and then this, and you add this guy. People are overreacting because Cam Reddish had a decent game. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's bugging out. Like, yo,
look at you guys. He scored 11 points.
Yo, this guy who said he shouldn't. This coach should be gone. Like, telling me that the coach should be out of here.
My question to all of these people is: would you rather have Josh Hart or Cam Reddish? That's my question to people. Would you rather have a guy who we know is a proven pro, right? A consistent pro.
Yeah.
Not a guy who brings it when he feels like it. No offense to Cam, but like, we got a guy who is gonna bring it every single night. He's a professional. He's gonna leave everything on the court. Like, could you honestly say with a straight face that you were gonna get that from Cam every night? Like,
absolutely not.
So I'm cool with it. Sayonara. I wish him the best of luck in Portland.
I want to see him
wherever he ends up. I do too, but it wasn't gonna happen here, and I'm okay with that.
Listen, I'm a Duke fan. I've been a fan of Cam since he was recruited. You know what I'm saying? I love the guy, but you got to be honest. When the guy has been on your team, and I've watched him play before he's gotten to the NBA, a lot of games, there is a motor issue. There will be games where he goes crazy, and you're like, this guy is amazing. And there will be games where you just don't want to see him on the floor. And
he struggled at Duke.
Yeah, he struggled.
Being honest,
same thing.
Struggled badly at Duke, bro.
He's been the same guy since Duke, bro.
So everybody's waiting for him to explode, but they have no proof that that's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when we made the deal for him, what did I say, Kat? I was the first person to say, you know what? We got rid of Knox. He wasn't doing nothing here. We got a guy who could be a boom or a bust, right? And it turned out, in this situation, he was a bust. So maybe I was fucking wrong.
Right.
But like I said, it happened, bro. Let's move on. We brought a guy in who's gonna help this team win games. Help the team win a game tonight.
That's it, right? And my final word on that is just because, and this goes for all over the league. Just because a guy is skilled does not mean he needs to be playing. Skill and knowing what to bring to a basketball team night after night are two different things. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Hart might not have the athleticism. He might not have the dribble, the handle that Cam Reddish has. But he knows exactly what to do every single night. He's not going to take a risky play. He's going to take high IQ plays more often than not. Unselfish basketball. And that's what you want on your team when your team is trying to win. You can have a Cam Reddish in your team when you don't have an identity. That's fine. He can play a lot of minutes on that kind of team. But you need to have an identity in order to have a guy like Josh Hart on your team. If you don't have an identity, it's kind of like just having someone out there who knows how to play basketball, but it's like, where's your team going to go? Like, you guys don't have an identity.
And I hate when people say that he didn't get a chance. Like,
he got a chance.
He got a chance, Joe.
He got a chance. He had all summer to get on coach's good side, and he couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes with being a professional. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really got. Hopefully we can continue this streak.
Yeah, from one game to one winning game.
Right. How many?
Brooklyn on Monday.
Brooklyn on Monday.
More. We just need 9 straight, and we guaranteed that 6th spot.
And we gotta go Atlanta and Washington.
Wow. So we can beat Brooklyn. We can beat Atlanta. We can beat Washington. We can beat New Orleans.
I wonder what happens with New Orleans. I mean,
what happened to Zion?
What's today?
He's hurt again. I don't know
what's today.
What's this hurt? What's this injury?
Today's 11.
Today's the 11th, so that's 2 weeks from now. We'll see where Zion's
Well, it's
situation
12
is
now.
in 2 weeks.
Right. Yep.
Right now, as of right now, as far as I'm concerned, Zion is not playing. I mean, let's beat the Pelicans at home.
Let's beat them at home. We gotta win that game. It's
Because then we got Boston next.
Josh Hart used to play for the Pelicans. I'm sure he's gonna have some kind of, it's a good thing about journeyman. There's more games that they wake up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about that. But we got some games that we can win. It's a lot of winnable games. After the Celtics, we got the Nets, we got the Heat, we got the Celtics again, Hornets. A lot of these games are winnable games. Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Blazers. Like
that's a tough road trip right there.
I'm gonna be honest. There's like 6 games going forward that I'm like questioning if we can win. 6 out of like the 15 games left.
We got to figure out Atlanta, bro.
I think we're good. I think we're good in Atlanta. I think the issue with Atlanta is defense. It's usually defense.
Have we beaten them this year?
I think we got them one. Did we get one from Atlanta?
That's a good.
I know we had the one game we blew the lead. Then we had the other game where
that's
blew us
a lot
out.
of our games. Which games?
Yeah,
that's like all our games.
No. But that game was like particularly bad because the lead was gone. Like if you blinked, you missed it. We were up by like 24 or something like that, and DeJounte Murray just lost his mind.
Yeah, I think I remember that game. We lost to them the last time we played them in Atlanta. Oh, we beat them.
They blew us out. We beat them once, so we're 2-1.
I thought we got to win from them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Actually,
won against them.
We're 1-2. We're 1-2 against them. So we have to win this game. We have to win this game because
to at least tie up that season series.
Yeah, we played them.
Because if you end up with them against them in the playoffs or when it comes to seeding, we can fall a seed just because they beat us more than we beat them. So I think this game versus Atlanta on what is that, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Very, very, very important game. We got a game Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Brooklyn, Atlanta, and then Washington, and then Saturday we got another back-to-back Saturday.
I think it's important we win both those Brooklyn games too, because it's possible that they fall.
They can fall. I mean, they just lost.
Yeah, we might be competing with them too for a spot. I mean, and they already beat us twice.
Damn, they already fell to 5th seed. So it's starting to happen little by little. We keep winning games and they keep losing games. This can happen. But anyway, that's all we got. Thank y'all for coming out. If you are here, please hit that like button, that subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you're listening back on the podcast form, just leave us a nice review and the 5 stars, and we appreciate that. Just pay us with a like and a 5-star. That's it. That's a little bit of payment we ask for. Any last words from you guys?
Yo, we got Josh Hart now. We get 9-game winning streak.
We got the outrageous takes from Dre is back.
Joe, how's that outrageous?
I mean, we already had an 8-game winning streak this year. So
what's the problem? We got Josh Hart this time.
How many? What is our winning streak right now? What is our winning streak?
We had a 9-game win streak with Cam Reddish. Why we can't do it with Josh Hart?
Well, we don't have a winning streak because we lost to Philly the other night.
We lost to Philly. What was it before that?
We started. We got the first one. We about to get 8-9 more.
I think we won 2 straight.
Damn, I don't know. I think I was trying to see how many games we actually won in a row before we lost to Philly, because I feel like it was a decent amount of games that we won.
It was like 2 or 3. This team been like,
it wasn't crazy. It's been up and down.
Yeah, this team.
Yeah, it was 2. Yeah, it was like 2 and 1 and 2. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you never know what we're gonna get, but this team we did get better. I like how we look with Josh Hart. He fits. He's another coach on the floor. You already see him talking to guys. I'm excited for what this team is going to bring.
He was hyped ever since that joint he did in the car with the "I'm from New York."
Yeah, I got 100.
I really wish he didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish he didn't, but in this era, you kind of he kind of just went with the time.
He sure he was a little corny, but he's excited. What you gonna do? He a young
it was corny, especially to New Yorkers. Like a lot of New Yorkers was like, but at least
it was a Ja Rule song, bro. Like that's the wrong one.
But at least, I mean, Fat Joe was on there too. But anyway, regardless, let's not go there because we're really gonna start picking it apart now. But at least he did show some excitement. He did make some fun with it. He was talking pregame, talking about how he hopes that this can be a long-term thing. He loves playing. Damn, did y'all miss anything? Did I chop?
You chopped for a second, yeah.
Okay.
You got.
Yeah. He did say, like I was saying prior to the game, he was talking about he wanted this to be a long-term thing. And that he loves playing in the Garden. The energy is real and all of that. Everybody always says it, but
but I think he means it because
he looked like he
played at Nova. It's like Villanova, like the Garden is like a second home for them. They play at the Garden a lot.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And he said he's close to a lot of family and shit like that. So I think he's happy to be here. I think he would like to play here long term. The fans love it. I mean, you saw him on the court, like he's feeling the energy from the fans. You can't ask for a better thing. But hopefully these guys can continue it. Chemistry can build. I don't know. Great game. There's people who hit me up who are not even Knicks fans. It's like, yo, great game, man. Like you guys got something. You building something now. But one brick at a time. But
yes, sir.
That's all we got. And hopefully on the next show we'll be talking about another victory for you guys, right? So as we always done with, until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.